it was such a hard thing for me to get over, and all the conflicting feelings that I had and all the conflicting thoughts that I had around this, of constantly going every day and questioning whether I was with the right person or not, questioning whether I was making the right decision, questioning whether they were attractive enough or not. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because it has been a topic that has been on my heart for a while, and it is something that I really struggled with as someone who was fearful, avoidantly attached. I don't even know if that's how you say that, but anyways, let's get right into the video. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about what it's actually like to be in a relationship as a fearful avoidant with a securely attached person. So what it's like when you actually are with a securely attached person in a relationship is you literally always want to run away. You always look for things to criticize about them. You question whether they're the one. You question whether they're attractive enough. You question whether they are perfect enough. You question everything about the relationship, and your mind comes up with all of these things as to why you should leave the relationship, even though you don't want to leave the relationship. This is something that I really struggled with when I was fearful, avoidantly attached, because it is not like when you are with an emotionally unavailable person. For the fearful avoidant, when they are with an emotionally unavailable person, they are in control of the connection, and that is what they crave the most. What they crave the most is connection, but it is also what they fear the most. They fear connection because in the past, when they've had experiences of connection with their caregiver, that was met with fear and terror. The person who was supposed to take care of them, was supposed to love them, was supposed to provide a safe space for them and for their emotions and for them physically, was the person that was terrifying them, whether it's emotionally attacking them or whether it is physically attacking them, or other ways that they made them feel unsafe, made the child feel unsafe. As a fearful avoidant person grows older, they connect the two together. They connect connection with fear and terror. And so whenever there is connection, there is that part of them that associates that with fear, with being scared, with not feeling safe. And so whenever they sense that they're about to connect with someone, which is so easy to do with a securely attached person because they are just open, they are curious, they are able to hold a safe emotional space for them, they're able to just be there for them and love them unconditionally without judging them, without dismissing their feelings, then they start to get scared because then they're not in control. Then they're not in control of the connection. And if that there is someone there who can securely show up for them and love them unconditionally and provide everything that they need for them that they've never had before, that is scary because it is an experience they've never had before, and because they associate connection with fear. And the way that you can actually control the connection when you're with an emotionally unavailable person is by knowing that person's triggers, and you know that there are things that you can do that will kind of turn off the connection, and there are things that you do that will turn back the connection on. And so how you actually know, and I'm very careful to say this too, and I'm gonna put a few disclaimers here, how you actually know that you are with a securely attached person is, as a fearful avoidant, is if you're literally feeling like the need to flee, you want to run away, you want nothing to do with them, you find so many things to criticize about them. And this is only the case if you're actually with a healthy partner, someone who actually respects you. I'm not saying this is the case where you can stay with someone who is toxic, who's not treating you well, who is putting you down, who's emotionally dismissing you. That is not what I'm saying. That is not the person who you should be with. What I'm saying is, if you are with a securely attached person who respects you, who understands you, who loves you and doesn't judge you, and you still want to run away, and you still feel that urge, that need to criticize them, to find flaws in them, to push them away, that is a sign that you're having a hard time with connecting with that person and with feeling safe being in their presence and with feeling safe with that connection. You don't know how much to allow in, you don't know how much is okay, you don't want to feel good, you don't want to connect, you don't want to have that intimacy because you're afraid of getting hurt again, like you were hurt in the past with your caregiver, your primary caregiver. And that is totally understandable, and it is something that I'm always even working on myself on different levels, because it was such a hard thing for me to get over, and all the conflicting feelings that I had and all the conflicting thoughts that I had around this, of constantly going every day and questioning whether I was with the right person or not, questioning whether I was making the right decision, questioning whether they were attractive enough or not. I am even careful to say this on here because I just want to share my experience for how it was in order to help you as well. I didn't see very many people talking about this online on YouTube, about how you just feel so confused inside and you question whether your intentions are okay, whether the person is attractive enough for you, whether they're the right one, like all of these things. And it feels like there's so much shame around it, and saying all of these things out loud, I didn't really feel like I had someone to turn to talk about it. And I didn't see very many people sharing about this. There's a lot of people sharing about anxiously attached and avoidantly attached, and then like you think like, oh well, I can just mix the two and then I'll be able to figure it out. But no, this gets triggered by completely different things, and in a way it looks different from the other two. So I really just wanted to come on here and share this because I want my experience that I've gone through to be able to help someone. If this is something that you're going through, I want you to know that you're not alone. If you're feeling like the urge to break up with your partner, the feeling that you're not with the right person, even though you don't want to break up, or if you've broken up with them and you feel so much regret afterwards, this is why this is happening. And there are so many things that trigger this, and so many triggers and patterns to the fearful avoidant specifically. And I really just want to make it my mission on this channel to share as much as possible, to share about these patterns and put them out there in the open, so that there is no shame around this, that there is no shame around the feelings that we feel and all the confusing things that we go through as fearful avoidance. And I'm going to be sharing so much more of that. So if this is something that you're interested in and that you want to see more of and learn more about, subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to be sharing so much more on that here. And I have a lot of other videos that I've shared about in the past on how I used to be like in a relationship and how I've changed over time as I've healed my fearful avoidant attachment style. So thank you for following along to watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.